Well, a U.S. official says Army Staff Sgt. Robert Bales will be charged with 17 counts of murder in the massacre of Afghan villagers. The tri-state soldier gunned down 9 Afghan children and 8 adults as they slept in their homes in 2 southern villages. But is the headline the whole story? Did Staff Sgt. Bales act alone? Ben has what the Pentagon is not telling you in Reality Check.
Staff Sergeant Robert Bales is a tri-state native. He grew up near Cincinnati and attended Norwood High School. The 38-year-old Bales, we just learned today, will be charged with 17 counts of murder, in addition to 6 counts of attempted murder and 6 counts of aggravated assault. Bales is being held in a prison at Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. The U.S. military says it was Staff Sergeant Bales, and Bales alone, who gunned down those 17 Afghan villagers in 2 separate villages by going door to door. Many of those victims, women and children. Bales says he does not remember what happened that night. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton says the massacre does not represent the United States.
We deeply regretted the unfortunate incidents regarding the Quran and the recent killings of innocent Afghan men, women, and children.
But is the Pentagon and the U.S. media giving us the full story, or is Bales being used as a fall guy of sorts? An Afghani parliamentary probe team has concluded an investigation and says up to 20 American soldiers were involved in what happened. It's based on interviews with witnesses. They say it does not add up to one lone soldier. The team spent 2 days in the province where this all happened. They interviewed the families, tribal leaders, survivors, and they collected evidence. And what they say they found indicates that that attack lasted for 1 hour, and it involved 2 separate groups of American soldiers. The 2 villages where these massacres happened, they are 1.5 kilometers apart. That's just under 1 mile. The report from the Afghani officials closely mirrors, though, early news reports from the area. Reuters was originally told by witnesses that a group of U.S. soldiers arrived at the village and were responsible for the killings. One resident, Haji Samad, said this: "They, the Americans, poured chemicals over their dead bodies and burned them. I saw that all 11 of my relatives were killed, including my children and grandchildren." And other witnesses told Reuters reporters that the, quote, soldiers were all drunk and shooting all over the place. Other witnesses claim that there were pistol and gunfire shots from multiple directions. And one Afghan lawmaker, Abdul Rahman Ayabi, claims it is not possible for only one American soldier to come out of his base, kill a number of people far away, burn the bodies, go to another house, kill civilians there, then walk 2 kilometers and enter another house, kill civilians and burn them, and do it all in just 1 hour. But the Pentagon says that's exactly what happened. The official statement from U.S. officials, based on the preliminary information that we have, this account is flatly wrong, they say. We believe one U.S. service member acted alone, not a group of U.S. soldiers. But no evidence has been produced to back up that statement. So here's what you need to know. Did Staff Sergeant Robert Bales act alone? I really don't know. But the situation deserves a more critical look, and for media and the American public not to just take some spokesman's word for it. The Afghanistan war is increasingly unpopular. The recent Quran burnings, the attacks against U.S. forces in retaliation, and then this massacre of 17 women and children, among others. At the end of the day, what happened to those families? Well, it deserves to come to light, regardless of how unattractive the outcome might be. The families deserve it, as does the family of Sergeant Bales. And that is Reality Check.